Today we're going to get busy in the kitchen with crock-pot cooking, appetizers, and desserts. We're going to start out with a chicken breast with vegetables in the crock-pot and then make some deviled eggs. I've already got my potatoes cut up. This called for 24 small potatoes. Those little mini potatoes, gourmet potatoes I call them. I just used potatoes from my garden. About 3 medium-sized yellow potatoes, chopped up into over 20 pieces. Shallots and red onion will give this dish plenty of good flavor. Now I'm just washing my chicken. And I'm going to cut off a little bit of the skin. Oh, it's skinless. It's the fat I'm cutting off. I'm just going to cut off a little bit of the fat. And wash my hands. Now I went ahead and used a larger crock pot for this meal. The smaller one, I did not want to take a chance on not being able to mix everything together really well. So we'll throw our vegetables in there. This calls for wine, white wine or dry red wine. Whatever kind of wine you like to drink is recommended. This is purely optional. You don't have to use the wine. I suppose you can use chicken broth in place of it, or maybe a combination of red wine, vinegar, and water, and a tablespoon of olive oil. And then we have our spices, which includes salt and pepper, garlic powder, and oregano. We're just going to put that in there. We're going to mix everything around a little bit. This way, the chicken and vegetables get coated with the spices. All right, I'm going to put a lid on this and turn it on low. I will check it after 3 hours. When the chicken is done, the meal is done. It takes 3 to 4 hours. Now I'm boiling about 5 eggs. I'm going to make deviled eggs. I boiled the eggs for 10 minutes and I put them in cold water. We're going to wait until these are cooled and then I'm going to peel them. We're just going to keep the ingredients for the deviled eggs very simple. Of course, we're going to use eggs, which I have to peel, mayonnaise, a little mustard, and a little vinegar. Salt and pepper too. And then we're going to go out to the garden and pick some dill. Instead of using paprika, I'm going to garnish the deviled eggs with fresh dill. Now this one's perfect, almost. This was an easy one to do. Don't ask me why some other ones were difficult. I'm going to rinse this in case there's a little eggshell. Put mayonnaise. I don't like to put too much at once because it might be too much. You can always add more later. Just a little bit of mustard, a little salt, pepper, just a little vinegar. That should be plenty. That's it. It's very simple. I don't use a tubing. I do it the way my mom did it with a spoon. Oh, we're outside and it is extremely hot. I've got a sunflower. It's not very big. I hope you can see it. The sun is really bright. Let's go over here and pick some dill. Here we have fresh dill here. I want fresh dill. Okay. I just rinsed the dill a little bit with some water and then dry it on paper towel. And I decided to change up the presentation. I'm going to use cooking scissors. My husband would not be pleased with that many big pieces of dill. So I'm going to use cooking scissors and cut them smaller. And why not put an olive in each one of them? Half of an olive. There we go. This is a much neater presentation. Now I'm just gonna, I got a small zucchini I just washed. Very small. There. And we're just gonna cut it this way in rounds. And here we have our beautiful, healthy appetizer plate with deviled eggs and veggies and cheese cubes. And the chicken dinner is done. Here is the dish fully plated. As soon as I put it on the board, it just kind of fell apart. And I garnished this with red tomatoes because I didn't have the red peppers. I wanted it to, and I didn't have any carrots cooked. I wanted it to have more color. This is my husband's plate, and hopefully he'll like it. Then mine looks very different. I just chopped some carrot and I put my food on over a bed of fresh kale, and then I just chopped up some carrots thinly instead of adding the cherry tomatoes. And I added some broth with just a little bit of chicken, and it just spread out like more like a stew or a casserole. And here's another way to present the dish. And of course, you could cut up the chicken when you're sitting at the table. It could serve this family style. So we'll get a lot of meals out of this for sure. Now it's time to give it a taste test. First, I'm gonna taste a potato and a pepper. The peppers kind of go along with the onions. The main vegetable are potatoes. The vegetables are really good. Now the chicken. Now that piece is pretty tender. I don't know if the whole thing is as tender as that one piece was, but it tastes pretty good. And the vegetables are terrific. Next, we are going to work on a special appetizer for lunch tomorrow, pizza muffin bites, and we're going to make a fruit salad to go along with that. I've got my oven set at 375 Fahrenheit, and I made some pizza dough, and you can use store-bought pizza dough. And I let it rise. I kneaded it, and I let it rise for 10 minutes. So now I'm going to make I'm going to make 12 little balls to go into this, and I'll flatten them to make little pizza muffins. I'm in the process of, I have 12 little sections I made from the pizza dough, going through and making sure they're all about the same size. Okay, now we're going to flatten them and start putting them in tins. Then let's flatten them with the back of a spoon. It's about a tablespoon or less for these because this is mini size. The recipe is just regular size. I'm going to cut up this pepperoni into small pieces and add pepperoni to each one. Now I'm just going to shred some cheese. Cheese is added the last 10 minutes of baking. I took the pizza bites out of the oven, and they're like little pizza rolls, and they did rise quite a bit. Because I have extra toppings, I'm cooking some pasta to make some pizza pasta with the extra cheese and sauce and pepperoni. So now we'll put the cheese on each one. And there's going to be plenty of cheese left over, so why not make pizza pasta? The pizza muffins are done, and they need to cool for a little while. So I drained the pasta and put it in a bowl, and I'm not going to put this in the oven. I'm just going to leave it in this bowl. While everything is still hot, I'm going to add my sauce. Maybe we'll reserve just a little bit. Okay, mix that around. Let's mix some cheese into that. so the cheese will melt because this pasta is extremely, extremely hot. I just drained it very quickly, then put it right into this bowl. I think we'll go ahead and put some more sauce, a layer of sauce, shredded cheese, and we have toppings. We'll do the onion first, pepperoni, and olives. Okay, I'm gonna take a little more time with this and make it pretty. And here we have mini pizza muffins and pizza pasta. You can tell we like our green olives here, can't you? I've had this pizza pasta before, so I know what that tastes like. And it's good, but this I haven't tried yet. So, oh boy. And I will give you my honest opinion. If I messed up, I would tell you how I will improve it for next time. This. It's too much pizza dough, too much pizza crust. So they need to be made smaller next time. So I'll do that. But you can make the regular muffin size. You can make 12 of those. These should have been split in half. I thought that was a mini muffin recipe. It kind of looked like it from the picture. They didn't look very large. So I misunderstood, I guess. So there's just too much crust. But this tastes a lot like crazy bread. So you could doctor this up or dip it into, I could dip it into some marinara sauce and it would be real good. So hopefully my husband will be fine with that. I might cut them in half so there's less there. I just cut them in half lengthwise, horizontal. Yeah. That way you'll get to taste more of the toppings and less of the pizza crust. And then with these, I don't know what I'm going to do with these yet. I'll feed them to the birds. I think they'll eat them. We have a bird feeder. I ran out of suet, so we'll give that a shot and see if the birds like it. Now we are going to make a simple fruit salad like my mom used to make, and she did use an apple also. She used banana. I'm not going to use banana today. I'm saving our bananas for smoothies. Now I have my fruit cut up. I didn't have to do anything to the pineapples, and the oranges, I only had to peel them. Let's put this fruit salad together and work on our dessert or breakfast parfait. And here's the fruit salad. I just added some fresh mint from the garden for garnish. I have some fruit in a wine glass because we don't have parfait glasses. I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla yogurt. My husband really put a dent into this. And a little more fruit. And yogurt on top. Granola, like this. Yes, not granola. This is cornflakes. We ran out of granola. I had a homemade granola and we ate it all in less than a week. This is a breakfast parfait using fruit salad. Yogurt, cornflakes, and mint leaves. Now I'm going to end this video making a dessert, and it doesn't call for eggs. It's brownies, but we're going to put a special ingredient from the garden. Zucchini, shredded zucchini. This will be my first time making it. I like the idea you don't have to squeeze the water out as long as the zucchini doesn't contain too much water. And I used a smaller zucchini, and when I shredded it, it came to exactly 2 cups of zucchini, which is what I needed. So that's awesome. We'll also be using cocoa and sugar and nuts for the nut. Let me know if you've made zucchini brownies before, and do you like zucchini brownies? We have 2 bowls. The large bowl has sugar in it. The small bowl has flour. I'm going to mix baking soda and salt with the flour. In this bowl, we have sugar. I'm going to mix some cocoa with the sugar. Got that mixed together. Now we're going to gradually blend in, fold in the zucchini. I can see where we actually need some moisture, it seems. So the zucchini will offer that because this does not call for eggs. Now I can see it's blending together very well. The zucchini, shredded zucchini, and 2 full cups. This is offering plenty of moisture. We're going to throw some nuts in there. There we go. And finish mixing this, and I'm going to put it into this pre-sprayed pan. Or if you don't have cooking spray, then you need to grease with shortening or butter and flour. The brownie batter is in the pan, and I'm using sprinkles because I'm not going to, there's a frosting that comes with the recipe on all recipes that you can use if you want to put, after this is baked and cooled, you can make a frosting to put on it, or you might have store-bought frosting. I'm just going to use sprinkles. We're not going to use frosting. Thanks for sticking around for dessert. It means a lot to me. These zucchini brownies were amazing, super moist, delicious like chocolate cake.